Paul, welcome to Field Mill. How does it feel to be a Mansfield Town player?
Yeah, delighted to have just signed now. It's been sort of going on for a couple of weeks, like whether I was going to sign and that, so I'm delighted to finally get it done.
Now, you made your first team debut with Forest Green Rovers, the club whom you've come from, in 2005, and in fact you were the longest serving player. So how hard was it to leave the new lawn?
Yeah, it was a really tough decision, but I mean, things at the club at the moment are sort of up in the air, and when I was given the offer to come here and having spoken to the manager here, it was sort of obvious that I had to make the decision to come here, and I'm delighted to be here. So.
Was there other interest from other clubs?
Yeah, there was some interest from other clubs and that, but once I knew Mansfield were interested, it was, it's such a big club. It was sort of it was an easy decision to make to pick Mansfield out. So.
You mentioned that this club is a big one in this division. What other factors did you consider before signing?
Well, obviously, like where I want to be in my career, I want to progress. I'd like to play in the Football League, and coming here is sort of going to give me a big platform to get up to the Football League. Like, what better way to get into the league than get promoted with a club? So that was a big factor.
Now, it was a real battle at the bottom for Forest Green last season. But next season, you'll be hoping to be fighting to get out of the division by means of promotion, I assume.
Yeah, last season it was a tough season. I mean, a few of the seasons I was at Forest Green, it was sort of it was a good season if you avoided relegation. So it's definitely going to be a nice change to be battling at the top end of the league, and yeah, so I'm looking forward to a big promotion challenge.
Tell us about your strengths.
I'd say pacey, like to get forward and got a good engine on me, so like to get forward and back.
And what about positions? You're a versatile player, Paul. We know that. You can play centre half, left midfield, left back. Where's your preferred position, and which do you think is your strongest position?
I'd say, yeah, I've played a lot of positions. I'd say probably my best position would probably be left back. But I'm more uncomfortable if I need to go play left midfield, centre midfield. So, I've played most, so I'm happy either, but probably left back.
You were captain at Forest Green, weren't you?
Yeah, I was captain for sort of when the new manager come in. He sort of made me captain. I know being young, it was sort of a bit of a surprise, but we were a young squad, and it was quite nice.
Will you look to take the armband here, Paul?
That's a big shout. I've only just got here, and I'm just happy to have signed here for now. I'm sure there's plenty of people who would be happily taking the captain's role here.
I say that because it is up for grabs. Back to last season, I think we played Forest Green Rovers thrice. What were your recollection of those matches? Yeah,
they were always tough matches. Obviously, every time we come up against Mansfield, they're like a big physical side. Put a ball in good areas, and are always a tough opponent. I thought Forest Green sort of, we had some good games, but sometimes come up short in certain areas.
You know all about this league, having played in it for the last 5 years. What are the main ingredients, do you feel, for a club to get out of it?
Well, you definitely need to have a lot of quality. You need depth in your squad. It always helps to have experienced players in the side to sort of help the younger ones along, and the ones that have been there and done it. But obviously, the manager's going to be important as well, and the fans as well.
You mentioned the manager there. What did he say to you?
Well, he told me what his ambitions to the club are. Obviously, he wants to be pushing for promotion, sort of hopefully getting into the Football League. So that sort of matches my ambitions, and yeah, it all sounded really good.
And what about your location, Paul, for you personally? I assume you're quite settled down there in Gloucestershire, but will you be coming back up here?
Well, I'm sort of going to work something out where I can stay up sort of half the week up here for the days that are most important, so that I'm comfortable, and I'm not doing too much driving. But my situation is, I can't really uproot me and my girlfriend sort of up here. So I'm going to work it out as best possible.
And did you speak to Craig Armstrong about this move?
Yeah, I spoke to Craig amongst other people. Spoke to quite a few people about the club and that, and everyone had good stuff to say about it. Everyone just goes on about how big a club it is, and the ambitions of it, and yeah.
I'm surprised you're still not on the phone to him. He's a good talker.
Yeah, he's definitely a good talker. He rang me more than one occasion. So, he's a good lad, Craig.
He sure is. What would you say to the supporters here?
I'd say get behind the team as much as possible. It's going to be every season in the Blue Square is a long season. We're going to be giving everything out on the pitch, obviously. So we need their support as well.
Do you think it'll help you, Paul, as a player, progress better playing in front of a bigger crowd week in, week out?
Well, it's always nice as a player to play in front of a big crowd. I played here a few times, and obviously when the crowd is bigger and they get behind the team, it gives the home team a massive boost. So obviously I'm going to enjoy having that boost here. And
what are your plans immediately? Holiday time?
Yeah, I'm going to get away on holiday and sort of recharge the batteries, and then come back and hopefully get as fit as possible before the season starts.
Paul Stonehouse, welcome and thank you.
Thank you.